Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and I'm here with a flip through of the journal I made for Dear Julie Julie's June Just Junk Journal Challenge 2021. And so here we go. I used a box for my cover, and it is 8.5 inches tall by, I forgot how wide it is. I believe it's 6 inches. Yep, 6 inches wide. And it's got about a 2-inch spine. Even though it's only got 60 pages in it, it does have 3 signatures. And I covered the box, I'll actually show you the back, with wrapping paper. And then the spine with some fabric. And on the front, I did sort of a patchwork type thing with other little bits of fabric that I had. The Dearjuliejulie kit that I used is her Patriotic red, white, and blue kit. And I've just fussy cut that image from one of the pages and put that over the patchwork fabric. And a tie closure, I had a white sheet and I used some India ink to dye some of it red and some of it blue. And so I've got the red for my closure. All right, so here we go. On the inside, I covered my journal with some wallpaper and again some fabric in the spine just to give it some strength. And here in the front we've got a security envelope with this little paper clip here with the dangle on it. It's not really holding anything, it's just here for some extra dangly right there. And it was interesting because I made, in one of the mini challenges, I think it was 6.2, we were allowed to use 4 paper clips, and I used one of my paper clips and actually cut it so that I could make a jump ring for that little dangle to go on. So, okay, so back to the envelope. So we've got a pocket here, and this envelope is actually a tag. You can see I've got the tag shape, got a pocket here, a pocket here. I just glued the tag down, and inside of it I've got a couple of flag note papers. And then we get to our first signature. The background is scrapbook paper, and I used some of my clothing item, which was a scarf, and cut out the letters, some of my paper flowers with sequin centers. And here on the inside, I used some packaging, covered it with scrapbook paper, and made this little waterfall. And here, this was for my, I'm having to look at my paper, my Cool Junk Other. I used a page from a photo album. And at the top, to give it a little sturdiness, I covered the top with some Dearjuliejulie paper, put a little strip of fabric here, put a sticker here, and just tied a bow with some of my blue sheet. And I don't have anything in here because I thought that would be actually perfect for photos. Flip it over, and you've got another spot for photos. this page, and then we've got a Dearjuliejulie image here. On this side, this is my packaging paper. You can barely see, I think you'll be able to see it better on the other part of the signature, but it was packaging paper that I distressed with some ink, and then stenciled stenciled on it, and used a little cutout from the scrapbook paper. This washi appearing stuff was made from scrapbook paper. And here we've got a pocket. And inside the pocket, another little note paper. And here we've got some clear pack. This page is, it's a basket liner, and I use some of my wallpaper here on this side at sort of as washi, just to give it a little strength. And on the outside, I used some clear packaging, and I used marker to color that in red and blue down here, and then little red and blue dots. And inside we have a tag. This tag was also made from packing paper that I again used my, this one actually had paint on it, and Dearjuliejulie image and a little tag or topper there. That slides right in there. And then here, this is the one, I've got several Dearjuliejulie images, but I love that for the center of the signature. This is the one that I was actually considering to be my Dearjuliejulie image. Says keep cool. So out of some clear packaging, I made a little popsicle, again, the red and the blue. Used an old popsicle stick, just wrote on it, Happy 4th of July. Used one of my stickers and did a little stamping at the top and the bottom. Here we've got, inside here, we've got another little note paper, and in this tuck, and this tuck was made from packing materials that I painted. I painted, and I've got some stenciling on it, and a little flower. Okay, but what's cool about this is, right here where this flower is, you pull this up, and the little tuck comes apart. I'm going to scoop this up to try to be sure it's all in camera frame. And you've got a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to write on. And then you just fold it back up, tuck that right back in there, and it turns back into your tuck spot. So it's really kind of a neat hidden journaling space. And here's the other side of that packaging paper where I did the distress ink coloring on it, and then some stenciling and stamping, and I've got the washi, the faux washi right there. And here's the other side of that photo page. And here we've got a fabric tag that I actually made it into an over-the-page tag. And if you lift that up, you've got Lots of journaling space there and on the page. And flip it over. And you've got a little tuck spot on this side. And the little tuck spot is what's holding the tag in place over here. And then over here, oh, this is my gift bag. And I made a little side tuck using a piece of my linen doily. And here's a guest check from one of the mini challenges that I just tucked right in there. And on this side of the gift bag, I've got a belly band. And in the belly band, we've got a little notebook. The paper in here is from a page from Dearjuliejulie Patreon, a digital. I'm not going to remember for certain how, which of the categories all of these came from. Anyway, here I put in a piece of lined paper, and on the lined paper I had printed a Dearjuliejulie digital, just because I don't have a lot of lined paper, so I wanted to have that in here. Here, using my clear packaging, I laid some washi tape down here, a piece of fabric over it, stitched that. I also stitched down the middle of the packaging, put a pen, a dry erase pen in it with a weekly to-do list that was printed on cream color cardstock using the paper from Dearjuliejulie's Patreon. And on this side it says notes, same paper, did some stamping. I did add, before I printed it, I did add the banners at the top. Here we've got a calendar page with some Dearjuliejulie strip at the top, some stenciling, flip it over, and on this side of the calendar page, we've got these images with a little bit of bling and lace, some wrapping paper, distressing. Flip it open, you've got lots of journaling space. And let's see if I have a sheet of paper I can use. Both of these I left open, so that acts as a little tuck spot. And here I've got a paper clip that, oh, I didn't fill everything. Oh well. Paper clip made from wallpaper. And you can see we've got a pocket here with some goodies in it. And then there's a pocket here. This is what I forgot to fill. A little pocket right there. And actually, there's a pocket here, and then the pocket here. And then when it's over the page, flip it over, and you've got a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And on this page, this was from another photo album page, and I made it into a double photo album page. Used a little scrapbook paper to make a hinge. Used some fabric here, stickers here, sewed here, here, and here. And then you've got an opening here for a couple of photographs. Flip it over, and you've got an opening for a couple of more photographs. And then this paper clip just holds that right down. This, now I need to pull that paper clip off again. This is my fabric page. And I just used the scarf that I was using as my clothing item And then I used a piece of my dyed sheet, a word, flower with the little bling on it, stitched around it all. And that is the center of my second signature. And the back of the, I forgot to mention that on the other side, but the back of the page is some of the blue dyed sheet. And here we've got a pocket made from the gift bag with a tag made from calendar page. And here we've got the other side of the calendar page. I made a pocket with some of my leftover painted packing paper. And again, you've got top tucks there and there. And I made a tag from my other cool junk photo page, and again made the tag so that it would actually hold pictures on both sides, stitched around it, used a piece of fabric and fussy cut around my scarf to put that little image on there. And then here we've got another, well, more calendar page. We've got more in the clear packaging, more note space. And on this side, I decided to title it Shopping List. And you can use the dry erase pen to make your notes and then wipe them off. Here we've got another piece of writing paper, again with Dearjuliejulie image printed on it. And here on this side of the gift bag, I used a bag for one of the mini challenges again. So we've got some tuck space there. And on this side, and again, what's holding it in is I made a pocket over here. And inside the pocket, we've got a tall, skinny tag made from my packaging paper that has a bunch of different little elements on it. And here's the main painty paper that I did with my packing paper. So lots of painting and stamping. Added some stars, flower, a Dearjuliejulie image. This is from the scrapbook paper. That's scrapbook paper. This is scrapbook paper. Here I used another bag. Again, this was from one of the mini challenges. Here's a tag made from my wallpaper, using my wallpaper. And a poem from a magazine, which was part of my cool junk paper, and flower and a topper. This page was my cool junk paper page. Got a paper clip on it again. And I hand drew these lines on here for a little journaling space. Made it a flip out so you could see the entire image. Added a Dearjuliejulie image. And this little band right here was actually from magazine page. And I thought that acted as excellent faux washi for this. And here's the other side of the magazine page. Here we've got a fabric flip. On some wrapping paper. So more, I guess that would be packing materials. And here's another security envelope with a paper clip here. How did I do that? Oh, I actually used 2 security envelopes. So I attached them using some scrapbook paper, stitched down the edge, did some stamping, and have this paper clip on this side. On this side, we've got the other side of the paper clip. We'll pull that off. Some stamping, some fabric ruffles stitched down, fold that open. Got a little bit of scrapbook paper that I stamped on. Used a Dearjuliejulie image. And then on this side, we've got, I'll put that back on in a minute, another security envelope with a pocket here that has a couple of tags in it, and the flap of the envelope here, which ends up having like a side tuck. So I just put a piece of note paper in there. We've got a Dearjuliejulie image underneath it along with a flower. So all of those go nicely in there. And on the side, we've got a couple of pull tags. And this was the tag I made from the Dearjuliejulie digital, and this one was the gift bag tag. So both of those fit in there very nicely. And here I used some clear packaging for this tag. And just made it see-through so you can see it. Glued the initial tag down, but made a pocket so another tag could slide right in. And here we've got another little paper clip. And this is, this is more of the magazine page, but I didn't care about what was underneath here, so I did some distressing on it and used calendar page and did some stamping and put a Dearjuliejulie image on it, added a little flower here, stamping here, and I used some corrugated cardboard to create lines on that. It flips open, so you've got double-sided journaling space there. And that is the other side of the magazine page, and you can see that my wet distressing bled through, but I think that's fine. So we've got some 4th of July things here. Here I made well, first of all, I've got a tag. This may have been, I honestly don't remember. This may have been my scrapbook page tag. In fact, I think it was. Lots of goodies on it that just sits right back here. And I know this was my scrapbook paper embellishment. And so we've got a flower with another little flower in here. This is from the scrapbook paper, a little ruffle. And this is holding this down. And again, we've got a sort of a hiding place. You just unfold it and you've got a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper for some secret journaling. There you go. Here's the other side of my painty paper, just with some decorations on it. And here is my security envelope embellishment, and I put some scrapbook paper on here, sewed around the pocket, added a flower. We've got a tuck here, right there, and then if you lift the tag up, you've actually got a full spot of journaling space. So that is my journal for June. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think. And there's still time to join us for the June Just Junk Journal Challenge 2021. So I hope you do, and I will talk to everyone very soon. Bye-bye.